Lights, camera, controversy. 3 words aptly describe Netflix in today's times. Although Netflix is not new to controversies, this time it became a debate for showing inaccuracy related to a historical figure. Netflix's recently released Queen Cleopatra documentary has generated quite a buzz among historians, history lovers, and viewers. In this story, we will dissect Netflix's most talked about docuseries, Queen Cleopatra, and what it missed on the accuracy meter. The great Ptolemaic ruler, the enchantress or goddess Isis Cleopatra, was much more than meets the eye. Cleopatra VII was born to Ptolemy XII Auletes around 69 BC. Her mother's identity remains a debatable topic. After the demise of Ptolemy XII, Cleopatra took the throne as a queen alongside her brother husband. This might not sound right, but rulers did this in Ptolemaic culture to keep the bloodline pure. After all, this was the best way to make their sons and daughters king and queen. Cleopatra was renowned for her enchanting ways to get what she wanted. Her romantic relationship with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony manipulated Roman history to a great extent. Her beauty, intelligence, and strategic insight make her the most powerful woman of that time. Versed in multiple languages, Cleopatra was different from typical Roman women. Her education, political knowledge, and assertiveness made her charismatic to influential Roman men. Netflix's documentary on Queen Cleopatra portrays her charming ways and impeccable aura well, but it fails to present facts accurately. Netflix dropped its 4-part documentary on Cleopatra this year. It got more details wrong than right. The poor interpretation of the historical events got the makers extreme heat from the audiences and scholars. No wonder critics and audiences have given low ratings, with an audience score of only 2% and a critic score of 10%. IMDb gave 1 star to the series out of 10. Renowned actress Jada Pinkett Smith is the producer and narrator of Queen Cleopatra, which serves as the inaugural season of a larger project called African Queens. Starting with the list of things Netflix did wrong with this series, with fewer things on the accurate side, the show fails miserably on various fronts. The documentary shows that Cleopatra's siblings' deaths were inevitable for her to survive. It has been shown that she had no choice, portraying her as remorseful afterward. In reality, Cleopatra deliberately organized the murders of her siblings to strengthen her power and eliminate rivals. The series attempts to justify the killings by contextualizing them, but this does not accurately reflect Cleopatra's true motivations. She was a shrewd political strategist who recognized the threat posed by her siblings, particularly after the civil war with her Ptolemy XIII. Cleopatra had her sister Arsinoe and another brother named Ptolemy assassinated to safeguard her position. She used 2 of the most powerful Roman men to eliminate her sibling rivals. In the series, while Queen Cleopatra depicts these events, it does so with a sympathetic lens, portraying Cleopatra as embodying modern virtues she did not possess. The series aims to present her in a favorable light, but it overlooks the ruthless nature of her actions and the extent to which she prioritized her power. The biggest controversial wave started when it cast a person of color to play Cleopatra. The casting choice of Adele James, a black actress, to portray Queen Cleopatra in the series sparked controversy and accusations of historical inaccuracy, with some critics labeling it as appropriation. This came after one individual said in the teaser, "I don't care what they tell you in school, but Cleopatra was black."
I don't care what they tell you in school. Cleopatra was black.
Some even said that Netflix and the makers are propagating the woke ideology and are trying to tarnish history. In a thought-provoking observation, Guardian writer Layla Latif noted that some people find it more acceptable to see blue-eyed Elizabeth Taylor or Israeli actress Gal Gadot as Cleopatra, despite historical evidence, rather than a black woman taking on the role. Following the release of the series trailer, Netflix faced significant backlash, leading them to turn off comments on the YouTube video due to a high volume of racial abuse and bitter remarks. Additionally, a petition on change.org accused Netflix of falsifying history and gathered 85,000 signatures before being removed from the platform. A respected archaeologist emphasized that Cleopatra was historically portrayed as having a light complexion rather than black. However, series producers explained that Cleopatra's heritage remains a subject of intense debate among historians and scholars. Adele James also responded that if they disapprove of the casting, they can choose not to watch it. In a recent article for Variety, director Tina Garavi defended her casting choice and argued that it was more historically accurate than previous portrayals, such as Elizabeth Taylor's. She emphasized that casting a black woman as Cleopatra was a deliberate and purposeful decision, describing it as a political act. Garavi believed this casting choice contributes to a more authentic and inclusive representation of Cleopatra's identity. As the topic remains open and debatable, another arc demands our attention where the Netflix docuseries meddles with the facts. Be it her romantic relationship with Julius Caesar or Mark Antony, she is shown in deep love with these Roman men. Her turmoil around these men, abandoning her or refusing to give their children a rightful name, is shown through a sympathetic lens. Cleopatra, known for her intelligence, charm, and beauty, captivated Antony, while Antony's charisma and military prowess fascinated Cleopatra. It was a political move. Antony's involvement with Cleopatra became a source of controversy and conflict, as his association with a foreign queen was seen as a challenge to the traditional values of Rome. When Antony was shown abandoning her under pressure from the Roman elites and Caesar's successor Octavian, Cleopatra looked agonized and betrayed. This is a case of extreme exaggeration. In another arc after Caesar's assassination, the docuseries fails to capture the true intricacies of Cleopatra's situation. Rome was struggling with the demise of its powerful leader, and Cleopatra found herself in turbulent times. Instead, the focus shifts to her brewing relationship with Mark Antony, who played a key role in eliminating her sister. The series obsessively focuses on romanticizing Cleopatra at the cost of portraying everyone around her as villains. While many facts went for a toss in this series, they struck the right chord with Cleopatra's characterization. Netflix's Queen Cleopatra covers a broad perspective and has succeeded in showcasing Cleopatra as more than a seductress. Be it the sibling rivalry or her first pilgrimage to Hermonthis near Thebes to install a new Bukis bull, the docuseries has hit the chord right. Cleopatra's association with Julius Caesar is another arc that has been covered accurately. It is shown in the show how Cleopatra was smuggled into the palace to meet Caesar. However, the series doesn't portray her as a seductress who uses her beauty to enchant Caesar. Cleopatra's relationship was as political as it was romantic. Cleopatra sought the defense of Caesar's armies against Ptolemy XIII, while Caesar saw an opportunity to utilize her wealth to strengthen his power. As Egypt was a Roman client state, Caesar declared Cleopatra and Ptolemy XIII co-rulers, but Ptolemy XIII resisted this arrangement and besieged them within the palace in Alexandria. Caesar's army arrived in Alexandria and liberated Cleopatra. Caesar's victory in the Battle of the Nile secured Cleopatra's position as the ruler of Egypt. Cleopatra and Caesar enjoyed a grand procession to celebrate their triumph, showcasing luxury and extravagance. Though married, Caesar and Cleopatra's romantic relationship gave birth to their son, Caesarion. Netflix has covered these details accurately, while establishing Cleopatra as a strategist more than an enchantress. When Netflix announced the Queen Cleopatra documentary, the idea was that it would allow viewers to explore the life and legacy of an iconic historical figure. However, assessing the presentation of Cleopatra's character and including expert perspectives shows that the makers lack critical research and an understanding of the current global political scenario. Nevertheless, the series succeeds in stirring and starting a great debate around Cleopatra's skin color. What do you think about the docu-series? Is the ongoing discussion valid, or could better steps have been taken? Write your comments in the comment section below and subscribe to our channel for more engaging stories.